The Lebanese Civil War, lasting from 1975 to 1990, was a brutal and complex conflict marked by sectarian violence, foreign interventions, and the rise of numerous armed militias. Each faction had its own sponsors, alliances, and most notably, its own arsenal of small arms. In this video, we'll explore the most iconic and widely used weapons that shaped the battlefield in one of the Middle East's most devastating wars. The AK-47 and its many variants were the most common rifles in the hands of militias. Supplied by the Soviet Union and its allies, these rifles were durable, easy to use, and deadly in close quarters. From the Soviet-made AKMs to Chinese Type 56 rifles and even East German MPIKMs, almost every major faction had access to this iconic weapon. Palestinian groups, leftist militias, and later Hezbollah relied heavily on these rifles throughout the war. Often referred to as the right arm of the free world, the Belgian FNFAL was widely used by Christian militias such as the Lebanese forces. Chambered in 7.62 by 51 mm NATO, the FAL offered more power and range than the AK-47, but was heavier and more difficult to maintain. These rifles often came from Western stockpiles or were purchased on the black market. Some were captured from Lebanese army depots as the country fractured. The German-made Heckler & Koch G3 was another battle rifle that saw frequent use, particularly by more organized militias and units trained by foreign powers. It was accurate and powerful, and many were supplied by Iran, especially in the later stages of the war, reaching Hezbollah and other Shiite factions. The G3 became a symbol of modernized firepower for groups seeking to elevate their combat capabilities. The American-made M16 rifles were found in the hands of several right-wing Christian militias, particularly those with ties to the United States or Israel. Though less common than AKs, M16s were valued for their lighter weight and precision. These rifles often came through unofficial military aid or were taken from Lebanese army stocks. Machine guns played a vital role in urban and defensive warfare. The Soviet RPD and RPK were used by many leftist and Palestinian factions. On the other hand, Western-supplied MAG-58 and M60 machine guns were used by more Western-aligned groups. The ubiquitous PKM was also favored by many militias due to its reliability and power. Urban warfare favored compact weapons like submachine guns. The Israeli Uzi was often seen with Christian militias such as the South Lebanon Army and Katab. Palestinian factions frequently used the Soviet PPSH-41 and Czech SAVZ.Me-23. The Sten gun, left over from earlier British military presence, also made occasional appearances. The RPG-7 was a game-changer, cheap, portable, and powerful. It allowed infantry to destroy armored vehicles and fortifications with relative ease. Almost every faction had access to RPGs, and they were especially useful in street fighting. Christian militias also acquired law rockets and French-made anti-tank weapons via foreign allies. While not as decisive as rifles, sidearms like the Makarov PM, Tokarev, TT-33, and Browning High Power were widely used. These were often issued to officers, bodyguards, and militia leaders. Given the chaotic nature of the war, many sidearms were obtained via black markets or seized in combat. In close-quarter ambushes and urban raids, shotguns made occasional appearances. Sniper warfare became more prominent in cities like Beirut, with rifles like the Dragunov SVD, Mosin Nagant, and even hunting rifles being adapted for the role. Militias also developed homemade bombs, mortars, and modified civilian weapons, testament to their resourcefulness in a prolonged war. The Lebanese Civil War was more than just a clash of ideologies. It was a fragmented battlefield where militias, often backed by foreign powers, fought street by street with a diverse arsenal of weapons. These small arms became the tools of power, fear, and survival. From the AK-47 to the RPG-7, the weapons of the Lebanese Civil War remain a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. If you found this video informative, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Drop a comment and let us know which weapon you think had the biggest impact on the war, or suggest the next conflict we should cover. Thanks for watching.